Legends. Your boy Mike Wall Trades. This is FiguresMOAT. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new 2-pack from Marvel Legends, the Invincible Iron Man Extremis pack, which is essentially Iron Man and the Mandarin. So you guys know what to do, hit buttons and all that jazz. But here's the front of the box. Here's the side, and then here is the back. There's no text or anything like that, but it's pretty clean. For those who don't know, the Extremis story is it's like a 6-episode series from 2005, 2006 that they actually adapted for Iron Man 3. Remember Adrian Killian and the whole Extremis thing? Yeah, they ripped it up from that. So we're gonna get this out of the box. We're gonna take a look at it and see what's all about. For anyone wondering what the inside look like behind the figures. Here it is. We've got Iron Man, 2 fists, 2 effect pieces, and Mandarin. I said Mandarin. It is the Mandarin. But yeah, well, let's free him. And yeah, I just want to show you guys what came in behind the window. So let's take a look at Iron Man. So Iron Man, first off, you can see him has on the shiesty. The paint job is kind of neat, you know what I mean? And just looking straight down, this is how he comes straight out of the box. He doesn't look too bad at all. Getting the straight up and down look. Looking at his face profile, again, it's not too bad. They only give you this helmet and this head and the one with the mask, so it's not too bad. Side profile, I wish they gave you the one that came in like the Hulkbuster with the hair exposed and things of that nature, but as you guys can see, get some good range of motion up and then down and whatnot. As we look down towards his shoulder pads and whatnot, these do not rotate, but the arm gets a full 360. So you do get that. You can't get a full 90 degrees, but that's fine. You've got, should have heaped this thing up, but double elbows, or it's a single, I think. Yeah, it's a single. And looking at the hand, I don't like that paint right there. That's on the hand. You guys can see that. It's kind of discolored, but I guess that goes in with the effect piece. We'll get into that later. The upper body, it doesn't twist side to side, so you get your ab crunches, gets pretty low. There's that, and then he gets a good amount of distance backwards. So there's that. Everything else. There is a thigh cut, which is really more of a pivot. You can't really even see the cut. It's blended in seamlessly through the armor, so I respect that. And then got a little ankle rocker and things of that nature. The details on here are really nice. I like the lines and just how it looks. Even the side piece, the side armor right there. As we look at the back, these are not full butterfly joints. They kind of look like those joints, like you get from McFarlane figures, where it acts like it can go all the way back, but it doesn't. But you get that, and then the details on the back of the neck. You see the rivets and stuff, so it's really good. And the lines, they do flow very seamlessly through the base of the figure. So that's Tony. Let's look at his accessories. So he doesn't get a bunch of accessories. He does get 2 repulsor blasts, so you can literally you can take them and we can plug 1 and 2 like that. So or you can plug them both in if you really want to. Bang, bang, and then the wrist should turn up. So yeah, you get those. So that's the repulsors and whatever else. Sadly, they didn't give any for the feet, so you have to make a decision. Unless you have some laying around, you have to make a decision well, do you want them on the hands or do you want them on the feet? They do slide into the feet, but yeah, these should have been like a darker orange or something like that, but these are primarily designed for the hands. So if you have extra accessories, you can put them in there. You also do get 2 hands, like closed fist. So yeah, that's cool. So you can, you know, put them in iconic Iron Man poses. The last accessory for Iron Man is the mask, and the mask actually looks, the helmet looks really good. Oh, shell head looks pretty crisp, and I think he looks pretty good actually just holding the mask by itself, or even, you know, something like this where he's getting ready to put the helmet on. Looks really dope. And here he is with the mask on, in like a nice pose. I think it's a nice pose. I don't know how y'all feel, but I think it's a nice pose. It's got that stand back, you know, like I'm gonna wreck something, you know. He's a billionaire Playboy philanthropist. But that's all about Iron Man. Let's take a look at the Mandarin. And here we have the Mandarin. I mean, I don't know what really supposed to say. It reminds me of Alfred from the Batman Forever Batmobile. Yeah, that's literally the vibes he's giving off. Like he's basic. You know what I mean? Like it seems to be one of these things where Hasbro is like, we're going to give you something that's kind of cool, and then give you something that's kind of mid. Like this Mandalorian is actually pretty mid, but you know, let's zoom in a little bit. Looking at his face, some good detail. You know, not too bad. The face is sculpted. You know, nice. I like the fact that they try to make the tie look like it's flowing in the wind and whatnot. But I mean, let's be real. Even the default hands they give him don't have the rings on it, and his drip is just, yeah, it's just so mid. It's so bad, you know. And I hate saying it like that, but like, you know, if you look at him, like literally, seriously, look at him. I do like the details in the face. The goatee is really nice, you know. The arms, you guys can see they're pinless and then whatever else, but yeah, like it's just, there's nothing amazing about this. You know, you did get a full 360 rotation, you know, 90 degrees out, but yeah, like, you know, it's nothing. Like the legs are 90, you get a one knee. I mean, come on, it's average at best. And this jacket, man, look, like it's cool. Like it's a nice detail. I like the wrinkles and stuff in it. Makes it look like it's flowing, but yeah, like you have to literally lift it up. But you know, speaking of up and down, he does get a good ab crunch right there. Goes back a fair bit. The head motion, the hair stops him from turning side to side, but he can move it. And again, with the back, the hair stops him from going down, but he can go down a good bit. And then the feet, just your normal up and down. No, you get a little bit of an ankle rocker. So, I mean, he's all right. But let's look at the accessories. The first thing they give us are these hands, and these hands actually, they're not bad. They're actually kind of menacing, and they look funny, like they're about to like do some damage. So I do respect the hands that they give you for this. And then they also give you a pair of these hands, and these should have came on by default with the Mandarin's rings. I don't know why all the hands don't have rings on them. You know, guys don't know the story behind this. The rings are supposed to be absorbing the spine, last time I checked. But on this version of the Mandarin, I should say. But yeah, they look good. I don't know why they just didn't default with this. And then you get some effects that are supposed to probably go around the fist or the hands or whatever else, trying to exude magic. And then finally, we have the portrait. And this portrait looks way better than the not Tony Stark look that they put in. You know, even the mouth is open and it's screaming and aggressive and everything else. So I like this portrait better. Not too sure how that's supposed to go on, but I'm assuming they go something like that. You know, nothing too major. And there he is with the other portrait. I like this portrait a lot better. But even he can't believe how bad he is. So that's the Extremis Iron Man and the Mandalorian from the Extremis series. Like, if you haven't read it, it's like 6 issues. It's not bad at all. And I love this outfit. I was actually happy to see them adapt this to the Iron Man 3 in the MCU, even though it's a little bit different. But you know, it looks really good. I don't know what the Mandalorian is still doing here, but hey, it is what it is. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Mike Waltrey, this is FiguresMOAT. Like, subscribe as we make our way to 500, and catch you on the next one. Deuces, deuces.